Hi everyone, welcome back to Liberty Park Music. Today we'll be checking out two very commonly used pentatonic shapes that will help you get through countless rock and blues solos. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, just leave it in the comments section and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Also, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we post new content every single week. Alright, let's check out the first shape. Now this first shape is probably the most common pentatonic shape and it's used in countless solos. So here is how it goes. So this is the A minor pentatonic, or also known as the C major pentatonic, because A minor and C major, they are essentially the same scale. It's just for the A minor, you start on the A note, and for the C major, you start on the C note. So that's the only difference, but the shape is exactly the same. Now, knowing the shape of the scale is one thing. But being able to translate that into something like, that takes a lot of practice. So how would I practice this scale? So first of all, I'll practice the scale with a metronome. That's like my favorite and least favorite tool. It's the metronome. So the first thing I'll do is turn on the metronome and do an ascending and descending of the scale. So I'll ascend the scale. So with the metronome, so if the metronome goes at 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll play 1 and 2 and. Yeah, so that's the first thing I would do, just ascend and descend, just to get the notes under my fingers. The second thing I'll do is I'll play sequences of 3 notes, 4 notes, 5 notes, or even 6 notes. So what do I mean by that? So for sequences of 3 notes, this is what it'll sound like. So I'll start on the first note, then I'll play 3 notes, beginning on the first note. So that's 3 notes. Then I'll move to the second note of the pentatonic scale and play 3 notes from there. Then I'll move to the fourth note of the pentatonic scale and play 3 notes from there. And then the next note. So on and so forth. So altogether, it'll sound like this. And descending is exactly the same, just 3 notes. Now that was a sequence of 3 notes. I can do this on a sequence of 4 notes as well. Now when I do a sequence of 4 notes, you'll find that you'll notice that I use different fingers for certain notes, and that is perfectly okay. You just want to find a fingering that makes sense and is efficient. So for a sequence of 4 notes, it'll sound something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same thing going backwards. So again, sequences of 3 notes, 4 notes, 5 notes, 6 notes. Just have fun with it. Just play as many different kinds of sequences that you can come up with. So the last exercise I like to do is something I like to call skipping notes. So instead of playing the first note, second note, third note, fourth note, I'll play the first note, third note, second note, fourth note, so on and so forth. then it's the same thing going backwards. So there we have it. We have 3 different kinds of exercises. We have ascending and descending of the scale. Then we have sequences. It can be sequences of 3 notes, 4 notes, 5, 6 notes. And then we also have an exercise I call the skipping notes exercise. Doesn't quite make sense, but you know, that's what I call it. So that was the first shape of the pentatonic scale. This is how the second shape goes. So again, we can think of this scale as either the C major or A minor pentatonic scale. In this case, I think of it as the C major pentatonic scale because I start on the C note here on the 8th fret of the 6th string. Now, the way I practice this scale is similar to how I practice the first shape. I'll do ascending, descending first. And now I'll do sequences. Whoops, let me try that again. And then backwards. And then I'll do skipping notes as well on this second shape. So those are the 2 shapes of the most commonly used pentatonic shapes, and what kind of exercises I will use to get really, really good at each individual shape. Now, the issue that most people will find that they have when they start getting good at these 2 shapes is they will find that they mostly only stick in one pentatonic box. Yeah, so one of the biggest issues is the inability to transition from one box to the next box. So we have exercises for that as well. So here's an exercise I like to do to transition seamlessly between both shapes. So I will begin on the 6th string in the first shape, and I will ascend up to the 1st string, and then I will slide up to the 2nd shape, and then descend down to the 6th string, and slide back down into the 1st shape. So it'll sound something like this. Slide up to the 2nd shape. Back down into the 1st shape. And then you'll get really, really used to sliding up and down on the 1st string and the 6th string. Then you want to pick another string that you want to slide up or down from. So let's say, for example, we're going to slide up on the 2nd string and slide down on the 5th string. So it'll look like this. 2nd string, slide up. 5th string, slide down. So once again, slide up on the 2nd string, slide down the 5th string. And you can pick different strings and different combinations of strings to slide up and slide down from. But what I really, really like to do is I like to move up and down at random. So I don't really think about what string I want to move up on or what string I want to move down from. I just kind of do it at random. So for example, it'll look like this. Yeah, so it's completely at random. So you really have to think very quickly about what each shape looks like. And before you know it, your hands will just kind of know what notes are the right notes of the pentatonic scale. Now, once you have both of these shapes down, it's probably a good idea to work on some solos, some rock or blues solos. There are many guitar solos that use these two shapes. One example that I can think of is something called Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. It goes something like this, and it's in the B minor pentatonic scale instead of A minor. So B minor is here. So it sounds something like this. You know, something like that. You know, I can go on forever with this solo. One of my favorite rock solos. We also have a song lesson for this solo from this song called "The Thrill Is Gone," and it also uses the B minor pentatonic shape, and it goes something like this. You know, something like this, and it just keeps going on and on and on. This song lesson can be found on our YouTube channel. We will also leave a link in the description below. And that's all for today's lesson. It's just two pentatonic shapes, how to practice them, how to transition seamlessly between the two of them. And I left you one guitar solo lesson that you can check out from our YouTube channel. And hopefully you can put these two shapes to good use. Again, if you have any questions, just leave it in the comment section. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. And remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we post new videos every single week. All right, I will see y'all in the next video lesson. Take care, everyone.